back to the 30-day split challenge. Ba-ba-ba-ba. We're on day 29 already. I'm so proud of you for showing up for yourself. All right. Make sure today you've got some blocks, maybe some yoga straps, or just one strap or a towel or a t-shirt or something that you can utilize. Make sure you have water and you're staying extra hydrated. And yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, let's get started. We're going to start at the front of our mat. Same. Stand up nice and tall. Give yourself a moment to fully arrive here. Grounding in the bottoms of your feet and sending that strong line of energy from the core of the earth up through the crown of the head. Start activating your breath, that slow, deep, steady, rhythmic breath. Taking a nice big inhale, let's fill up the lungs. And just exhale through the mouth, sigh that breath out. We're going to do that again, but this time lifting up the shoulders on the inhale, drawing them forwards and up. And exhaling, drawing them back and down. One more time. Big breath. Inhale. Exhale. Drawing them back and down. Good. On the next breath in, we're going to take the arms out and up. Exhale, fold. And in this forward fold, we're just going to hang out for a couple of moments. You might be feeling kind of tight. Let's go ahead and just rub our hands along the back of our hamstrings to wake up the mind-body connection. Start sending that signal from the nerves and the neurons back to the brain, back to the legs. Now let's grab opposite elbows and just hang for a moment. Maybe gently rocking your weight forwards and backwards just a little bit. You can have a gentle or generous bend in the knees here. This is the first forward fold of the day. And let's go ahead and drop the hands. Bend the knees a lot and slow like zombie. We're going to come all the way up to standing till we get to the top. Big inhale, draw the shoulders up to the ears. And then exhaling, drawing them down the back. On the next breath in, arms out and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. And then exhale, let's take our toes out, heel toe your feet to the sides of the mat. We're going to meet in a yogi squat. Now, we've been talking about how this is your practice. You're in charge. I'm just here to make some suggestions, and you are able to take my suggestions or do whatever you want to do. You know why? Because this is your practice. So maybe you stay here in a yogi squat, or maybe you want to get even more warm. If you want to get a deeper stretch today, I advise getting warm. So we'll just meet in a forward fold, taking the toes forward, and then we're going to do the same thing again, taking the knees out, going back and forth from this yogi squat to the forward fold. And maybe you don't dip as low, and that's okay. We'll take 2 more like this. And after the last one, meet in a forward fold, plant the hands, step back, down dog. And once you get into this dog, just allowing yourself any movements that feel good for you. Maybe you shake your head. No, and then you shake your head. Yes. Maybe you bend one knee or both knees, allowing yourself to start pedaling out the feet, making some movements in the hips. Maybe you bend both knees and bring them down to a hover, and then bring your legs back up, down to a hover, hips back high. Taking another big inhale here. And then on the exhale, let's just walk our hands back to our feet, meeting in a forward fold. You can grab opposite elbows, or maybe you place your fingers around your big toe. Inhaling, lift up halfway, and then just exhale, fold. And if you feel like it's too early for a forward fold, you're like, bro, my hamstrings are not ready for this, then go back and forth into this yogi squat, forward fold, until your body feels warm. Let's go ahead and unplug the hands, walk them back forward into the three-legged dog. We're going to move into a three-legged dog. Take the left foot up to the sky. Big breath in here. And make some circles in the ankle. Go ahead and bend that knee, open the hip. I'm going to make some circles in the left hip joint. If you're going one direction, go ahead and switch. Take it the other way. Extend, three-legged dog, big breath. And then exhale, take that knee to your nose. Hug it in tight. And then coming back up into a three-legged dog. Big inhale here. Exhaling, take the knee to the nose again. One more time, big breath in. Taking that knee to the nose, holding it here for 3, 2, 1. Flex the foot, plant it between the hands. Meeting in this nice runner's lunge. Let's go ahead and drop your hips, kind of let them dip low. Take your gaze up to the sky. We're going to place our knee and foot at the back of the mat, down on the mat. And just sit here and breathe for a couple moments. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to floss back and forth between this Anjaneyasana and half split. So drawing these left toes towards your face, and we're going to invite some movement here, going back and forth. And next time you get your foot and your weight back to the front, let's go ahead and tuck the back toes, turn everything to the right, and meet in Skandasana, skater. So from here, you can either hang out in skater and just really feel the stretch, or you can rock side to side, moving from one Skandasana side to the other. You can keep your hands on the ground. You can keep your hands at heart center, whatever feels good for you. But this movement should be getting the body, the legs, the hips, all nice and juicy and warm for when we do our splits in a couple of minutes. Whenever you're ready, let's just go ahead and come all the way up to standing. Let's take a big inhale here, arms out and up. And then exhale, let's fold forward, hinge at the hips. And if your legs are really wide and you want to take them a little bit closer together, you can. Whenever you're ready, invite a bend in the knees and come all the way up to standing. We're going to take our back foot forward, and we're going to turn everything to the front of the mat. We're going to take a pyramid pose. So go into this pyramid pose with like 40% capacity. We're not going crazy here. You can grab opposite elbows behind your back. Nice big inhale. And then on the exhale, we're going to hinge forward, keeping your weight evenly distributed between both feet, feeling those hips nice and square as you bend into your fold. Maybe you stay right here, and that's okay. Just inviting some stretch in the left hamstring. Maybe you go a little deeper. Whenever you're ready, come all the way up. Let's take our right foot to meet the left at the front of the mat. Take a nice big inhale, take the arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward, hinge at the hips. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands and let's step back to a downward facing dog. Lift up high on the toes, big inhale. And then big exhale, lower those heels down. We're going to take the right foot all the way up, three-legged dog. Big inhale here. Let's go ahead and make some circles in those ankles. And bend the knee, open the hip. And reminding yourself, where can I soften in these poses? We're going to make some circles now. How can I soften? Can I soften my breath? Can I soften my face? Go ahead and switch directions. And then go ahead and extend all the way back to a three-legged dog. On the exhale, let's take that knee to nose. Hugging everything in really nice and tight. Big inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Last one, three-legged dog. Big inhale. Then as you exhale, draw that in. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Flex the foot. Plant it between the hands. Go ahead and drop the hips. Gaze, raise. Let's lower onto that back knee and top of the foot. You can hang out here for a couple moments. Maybe you notice your heart rate is a little bit more elevated. Maybe you feel a little sweat coming. And then let's floss back and forth between that and the half split. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And the next time you come forward all the way, let's go ahead and lift up our back knee and come up onto the toes. And we're going to meet in Skandasana at the back of the mat. I'm going to turn around so I'm facing you. And then we're just going to rock back and forth. Skandasana from side to side. Same thing we did on the other side, or maybe you can invite another variation as long as you're keeping both sides nice and even. Notice how I'm always keeping my toes pointed up and flexed so that my extended leg is nice and strong, nice and long. We'll do about 2 more of these. Both sides. And then after that, go ahead and come all the way up, arms out and up, reach high. And then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. We're going to fold now in a forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana. So big inhale, lead with your heart, and then exhale, fold forward. Make sure that your toes are parallel with each other, or very slightly pigeon-toed in this. And you can just let everything hang. Maybe you grab opposite elbows. Maybe you gently rock your weight forwards and backwards, and you just get to feel out the stretch in the backs of the legs. We are 29 days into the 30-day split challenge now. How are you showing up for yourself today? Go ahead and release. We're going to come all the way up. And then we're going to bring our back leg to meet our front leg. I'm just going to go ahead and switch because I switched before, but you keep your right leg forward, left leg back, and we're going to meet in a pyramid pose. So grab opposite elbows, and if you can switch the grip of the elbows so that you're grabbing the wonky one, extend, lift up your heart. Make sure that your hips are squared to the front of the mat. Big inhale. And then on the exhale, let's fold. Taking 2 more nice deep breaths. And after those 2 breaths, just come all the way up. Release the hands. Bring both feet to the front of the mat. We're going to come all the way to sit. So maybe you take a chair pose on the way down and you just slowly lower your hips all the way till we get to the mat. Grab your strap now, and we're going to lay on our backs. I want you to go ahead and first we're going to start in a happy baby. So just go ahead and grab onto the outer blade edges of your feet. If you need to have the strap on your legs so that you can reach your feet, that's also fine. Draw your tailbone down into the earth. Don't let your tailbone lift up. You can stay here, or you can rock side to side. You can extend a leg or both legs. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. And maybe taking a little moment to be proud of yourself for showing up every day, for doing the work, for committing to yourself. And let's go ahead and release the right leg down to the mat. So you've still got a half happy baby going. And I'm going to take my right hand on my right thigh and I'm going to actively press it into the ground because I want to make sure that I've got this extended leg nice and active. Notice that my toes are also flexed and my leg is nice and strong. Now you can take your strap, and I've already preset mine. The last time we did this strap for the split challenge, actually, I didn't put it away since then, but you can just thread it through and make a loop for your foot. And we're going to just gently pull the left leg towards the face, and you'll feel this stretch in the hamstring. Now notice how, number 1, I still got my right leg nice and strong. Number 2, if I turn my foot, it stretches a different part of my hamstring. If I pull it out to the side, we're not getting the hamstring stretch. So maybe your foot is like right here, and that's totally perfect, right? Or maybe you have it like here, and that's also okay. I want you to really just pay attention with your mind muscle connection and feel where you're getting that stretch in the back of the left leg. And I have my left toes flexed as well. And maybe after a couple moments of sitting with it, maybe, just maybe, you can take the stretch a little bit deeper. And go ahead and release. We're going to switch legs. Go ahead and take the left leg down. Maybe place your left hand on your left quad so that you can remember to keep the leg nice and strong. We're going to take a half happy baby on this side. And whenever you're ready, we'll take that strap and do the same thing we did on the left. We're going to do it on the right. So maybe you take your leg a little bit farther forward than you need, and then you gently start like pulling that leg towards the face until you feel the stretch in the back of your right hamstring. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. and really, really focusing on that mind-muscle connection. Asking yourself, where do I feel the stretch? One more breath here. Go ahead and release. Tug our knees into the chest. Rock them side to side. And then whenever you're ready, we're just going to go into our 2 minutes, our 2-minute holds, and we're going to do some front splits today. You can take an over split if you want to. You can stay in half monkey if that feels good for you. We're just going to hold the split for 2 minutes each side. I'm going to start with the right side because personally, that's my least favorite. Because it's the less flexible of the two. And you'll kind of find that, I don't know, one side is just more flexible than the other. That's okay. Like if you're like, oh my gosh, one side of my body is just so much more flexible than the other, that's fine. Like we aim to make balance, but it's just normal for our bodies to be unique, and we can't beat ourselves up about that. All right. Feel free to utilize blocks, whatever props you need. All right. Take a deep breath in with me. A deep breath out. This is how I'm hyping us up. Another deep breath in. Another deep breath out. You can do it. We can do it. Okay, awesome. Let's get going. If you feel like you want to get more warm, just rewatch the front half of this video again, and then we can get into our 2 minutes of splits, or go run a mile and come back and get into the 2 minutes. As long as your body is warm and you've done some stretches to pre-warm up, you're going to be good. Okay? So getting into position. 3, 2, 1, go. Notice how my hips are so open and like what's going on with my back leg here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actively make sure that I'm making the right shape with my back leg. And my hips are nice and open. So I don't want my hips to be open. I want my hips to be square. So I'm going to draw that right hip back into place. And even if that means I'm farther off the ground, at first at least, then that's okay. And as we sit here in this hold, we may sink deeper. How are you showing up for yourself on the second to last day? Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. If you can't tell, I'm dying today. I hope you're doing great. I hope that you're killing it right now. We got 10 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come out. And just take a moment in butterfly at the center of your mat. We'll do the other side next. I just want to highlight that, like, you are a different person every day. Like, your hormones, your chemical makeup, the way you slept last night whether you're hydrated or not. Like, all of these things factor in to who you are today and who you are going to show up as today. To be 100% honest with you, I didn't sleep so great. And I could probably hydrate more today specifically. So I feel like my split today was like, at least on the left side. We're going to do or the right side. At least we're going to do the left side next, and that's my better side. But I just want to highlight how important it is to be hydrated, how important it is to rest. And doing movement every day, as much as it's good for you, it can make your body tired, right? So we really need to honor our bodies and just trust the process. These 30 days of doing splits and opening your hips and strengthening and lengthening your hamstrings is really setting the foundation for your lifelong journey of flexibility. All right. And the way that you show up today may be different than the way that you showed up last week. Maybe you have hormones running through your body that are different than they were yesterday. Maybe you slept like crap like me. And that's okay, right? We're human beings, and this is why we're here on earth. It's to live life and to have fun. So I'm not saying that you have to be like a drill sergeant in order to get a split, but some days are just going to be better than others, and that's absolutely fine. So, all right, let's move on. We're going to do the other side. And whenever you are ready, we're going to take the left leg forward, right leg backward. Oof. And my body is so sore right now also. And go. Sometimes I just make a wonky shape so that I can correct myself and say, oh, okay, well, if this isn't right, then I'm going to make it better. Notice how open my hip is, but honestly, my hips are not as open now as they were at the beginning of the challenge. And if it takes you a while to find the perfect spot, that's okay. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. If you've got your shoulders scrunched up to your ears, just draw them down. Find some gentleness in the shoulders. See if you can soften your face. See if you can sink a little deeper. We got about 20 seconds left. Stay locked in. You got this. And whenever you're done, go ahead and let go. We're going to take our feet together, knees out wide again for Baddha Konasana one last time today. Let's go ahead and take our feet hip or mat distance apart and just rock them left and right, side to side. I'm so incredibly proud of you for showing up for yourself for the entire 29 days out of 30 so far. And tomorrow's going to be the last day. Last day, best day. And tomorrow, we're actually not going to be streaming at 2 p.m. We're going to be streaming at 8 a.m., which is going to be super early for me. But I'm catching a flight. We're going to Cincinnati to do a modeling acro gig that I got. So when you have your splits, it helps you with your acro performance. I feel like my yoga practice has really provided me a lot of body awareness, strength, and mobility that I use in my acro stuff. So if you want to get into acro yoga, this is very helpful. All right, let's go ahead and bring our hands to heart center. Let's take a nice deep breath in together. And a big exhale. The light within me sees light within you. Namaste. Yeah, so tomorrow's practice will be at 8 a.m. And then I'm going to Cincinnati to do this gig, which I'm really excited about. And then I leave for Burning Man. So all good things over here. If you want to change your life, there's a lot of different ways that you can do that. Number one, read my book, The Universe is My Sugar Daddy. Things have just been like falling into place, so many opportunities and so many things. When I started my yoga practice, and like even before I started teaching yoga in 2018, or maybe it was 2019. I think it was 2018. I started teaching yoga in 2018. And even before that, I like had learned about manifestation. I was learning about the law of attraction and the laws of the universe. And I really wanted to like have this amazing life. I was doing full body waxing, and I worked at a makeup store, and I just felt very stuck. And I knew that yoga was going to be a part of my journey. And I wanted to buy a van and travel the world and be a dancer. I had all these goals. And now that I'm 30 years old in 2025, looking back on all of my old vision boards, old focus wheels and manifestation tools and things that I did to like manifest this life, it blows my mind to see that I am the person that I wanted to become today. Like the 18-year-old version of me was begging to be the me that I am now. And so like, do not hesitate to ask the universe for what you want. You might not get it right away, but when it comes, it'll be so loud and so clear and so blatantly obvious that you are living it. And so I just want to brag to you and share with you and inspire you and help you to see that like I am living it now. And it's just a really beautiful thing. So live your truth and don't forget to ask for what you want. Okay. The universe is listening. The universe is my sugar daddy. You know what? I'm going to drop the link to my book in the description of today's video. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Make sure you're hydrating. And I'm also talking to myself because that's why my splits were meh today. So hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Change your water, change your life. Let me know if you want to talk about water stuff. Read my book. And I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. or on your own divine timing for day 30.